Today we're going to talk about pedigree charts. Here's an example of a pedigree chart of Harry Potter. So what are pedigree charts? What is a pedigree? So a pedigree is a chart of genetic history of a family over generations. So it's similar to a family tree, but it has a specific trait that we're looking for. Scientists or a genetic counselor would find out about a family history and make this chart. So a pedigree chart for a family, be it dogs or cats or humans, show a pattern of inheritance in a family for a specific trait. We use different symbols to represent people in a pedigree chart. So we always use males have a square and females are going to have a circle. We have other symbols. So a married couple would have a line connecting the two of them, and then siblings would be branches off of a married couple. So in this example, the married couple will have 3 children, 2 girls, and the middle child is a son. There's other examples in a pedigree chart. We have, if it is not shaded in, they do not have the trait that we are looking for. So the normal male and the normal female would not be shaded in. And if they have a specific trait that we're looking for, if the female has the phenotype for, say, blue eyes, then anyone that had blue eyes would be shaded in. Or they would have a specific, it wouldn't necessarily be a phenotype, but they would be carrying a disease that you're looking for. There's also half shaded in, which shows that they are a carrier. They carry one of the genes, but they do not possess the specific trait. So they would be half shaded in and would be heterozygous, but we don't always see those in a pedigree chart. So in each generation is shown as a Roman numeral. So in the top, the first generation, that would be generation 1. And then the second generation of their children would be generation 2. And then each person on each line is numbered. So here we know that individual 1-1 is a male that shows the trait. His daughter 2-1 also has the trait. His sons 2-2 and 2-3 do not have the trait. So we're going to do this together. Observe the pedigree, the number of generations, each person on the pedigree. So in this family, how many individuals show the trait? There are 6 people that have the trait. So which males show the trait? So go ahead and it should be generation 2, 5, generation 3, 2, and generation 3, 3, and generation 4, 1 should all have been your answers. Good job. Start with what you know. So in this case, dominant is normal feet and recessive is web feet. So since shaded shows the trait, all shaded are homozygous recessive. All the unshaded have at least one dominant gene. So anyone that is shaded in is going to be homozygous recessive, little n, little n. And anyone that does not have the trait would at least have one dominant allele that would have a capital N. So looking at individual 5-1 and his parents, in order for him to be little n, he'd have to have inherited his recessive genes from his parents. Since his parents don't have the recessive trait, they both have to be, your answer should be big N, little n, heterozygous. Keep working that way. So what is the only possible genotype for 2-4? Generation 2, number 4. What's the possible genotype for generation 1-1? There you go, it's heterozygous also. So now you're going to return to Google Classroom and do the pedigree chart for practice and watch the videos that we missed.